de doo. Doop de doop 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 doop. Click W. Restart Discord because my links aren't working. Want to learn? I need articles on my desk now, Spider Man. Server. News. Middle click. The fuck? Why aren't you launching? Open link. Maybe it's Braves being a little funky right now. Close. Close. Open. There's no done of the stream, so I don't need reactive going. Son of a bitch. I just got finished watching the new Godzilla X Kong movie. So I didn't have any time to prepare anything. Let's see. Bookmarks. Browsing. Streaming. Discord chat. Odyssey. Channel. Live. Yeah, the mountain was the Fugi, the Fugi source, which was inactive because I'm not talking with anyone on Fugi. Let's see, pop out chat. All right, chat popped out. Browser relaunched. Launch, you piece of shit. Okay, links working again. Looks like it was Brave being futzy. Okie dokie. The Crow actor, Ernie Hudson, hasn't seen the remake's trailer and probably won't see the film. I haven't seen any of the other movies because of what happened to Brandon. So Ernie Hudson's on a tear right now for being based. I read an article the other day. I think I read the article the other day, or might have read, but not read on stream. Time is a blur. A little while ago, there was an interview with Ernie Hudson, and the interviewer was trying to race bait him into saying like, "Oh, Winston didn't have that much to do in the latest Ghostbusters because of racism," and Ernie Hudson just shut him down. It's like shut the fuck up, and he just shut it down. It was great, and it looks like he's continuing to be based because for those of you who don't know, there's a remake of The Crow, and Ernie Hudson was a character in The Crow, and being asked if, "Hey, you're gonna watch a new movie, the new remake of The Crow?" and he's like, "Nah, nah." The crow should be left alone in respect of Brandon Lee, who, for those of you who don't know, Brandon Lee, son of Bruce Lee, uh, tragically died in the making of The Crow because one of the guns didn't fully discharge his previous blank round, and when it was used again, unfortunately, he was fatally wounded and died. And that was the dark tragedy of making The Crow. And Ernie Hudson being the absolute giga Chad that he is, the giga Tyrone. I'll use proper nomenclature. The giga Tyrone. He's like, nah, this shouldn't have been remade, and it should have been just left alone in his memory. And for that, he's right. Why there? It's like, no, nothing is too sacred for Hollywood. Yeah, it's like the tragic passing of one of his rising stars back in the day. It's like let's take up that corpse and just violate it fully. And of course, Ernie Hudson is just like, nah, I'm out. This ain't cool, bro. This ain't cool. And he just taps out. He's like, based Ernie Hudson. Children's BBC host Jules Hardy calls for final purge of gamers after boycott list created for consultants, black girl gamers. So, uh, Gamergate 2 is continuing to go on. I touched on and covered the black girl gamers list. Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, for, yeah, but the popularly, like in the consciousness of the pop culture, The Crow was his last movie. Let's be honest. But going on this one here, so covering Black Girl Gamer, so like much like the Sweet Baby Incorporated game list, there's one for Black Girl Gamers, and they've the usual suspects threw Tissy over that, and looks like a children's BBC host of all things is throwing her hat into the ring and saying, like, which, and kind of funny considering she's like a blue eyed blonde, calling for like, yo, done with gamers, and it's like, down with Whitey and all that jazz. It's just so fucking bad. It's the Black Girl Gamers Gamergate 2. Black Girl Gamers, you wanted to defend Sweet Baby Incorporated with all you could possibly. Well, here is your page because you wanted to finish Sweet Baby Incorporated when I know that you both work together in projects. Of course, DEI had nothing on racism. This is true. Let's see. So that's the list, the list coming out. And of course, Black Girl Gamers throwing a kissy fit. We really got you pressed just by existing, lol. We've never worked Sweet Baby Incorporated. That's a fucking lie. You saw Black and Consulting decided we work together. Sounds like racism. We're not stopping, so having fun. It's just like, and of course, getting into this BBC cunt. Hardy, who works at host CBBC host game on Grandparents and BBC's Top Gear gaming show, reacted to the Black Girls Gamers post writing. Can we agree for round two of this? It can be fun to purge these kind of gamers. Round two being Gamergate 2, Electric Boogaloo, The Revengeance. I'm kind of blanking out another Revengeance, The Curse. No, wait, The Curse is usually movie 5. Either way. But it's still going on, and let's see. Park Place, as it wants to do, kind of reviewing some material leading up to this. Covered Melanie Mack the other day. Reviewing how black girl gamers had discriminating their hiring practices because, white men need not apply. Saw this before. Yep, so again, the wagons continue to come out and circle, not just for Sweet Baby Incorporated, but now, black girl gamers have thrown their hat, several days ago threw their hat into the ring. And what's next? So we got Sweet Baby Incorporated, black girl gamers. Need another one. Need like a trifecta of like shitty business writers, like little mini writers guild. We need like a third party to come in here just to round it out. Speaking of Melanie Mac accuses Pokemon Go of pushing transgender ideology with new female character designs. And long and short of this is YouTuber and culture critic Melanie Mac accused Pokemon Go of pushing transgender ideology with new female character designs. So we've seen this with a bunch of other stuff as of late. The initial release or like international release or Asian release will be like, hot chick, and then the Western release will be like androgynified, if that's a word. Androgynified. The industry has been pushing androgyny, especially oriented to male features, for years. They hate women. This is all. This is long since known that the modern entertainment industry are a bunch of fucking fags. It is known, Khaleesi, that they're a bunch of fucking gays. Not even just gays. They're fucking troons. Troons, as far as the eye can see. And this is not, yeah, as it says, it's not surprising that Pokemon Go is making these here because changes because the creators of Pokemon Go and Niantic, they've donated to Alphabet Soup and tranny funds for organizations for a while now, and you had the uh, one of the head honchos at the Pokemon Company is a SJW, SEG, and all those other acronyms, and he was like really proud of it and shit. And it just goes on and on. So it all comes again. This is just one giant incestuous circle jerk, and that everything is tied together and stuff. You know, like the previous article, uh, the Black Girl company saying like, "Oh, we're not associated with Sweet Baby Incorporated." It's like, "Oh, fuck off! You're all just gargling each other's cum on the weekends. Let's you know, I don't. You're not fooling anyone." Okay. Okay, so yeah, so I mentioned this in the first article for Bounding in the comics, so I guess I read about it and I forgot that I haven't talked about it yet. So just to reiterate, Ghostbusters actor Ernie Hudson rejects idea that racism played a part in Winston Zedmore's role being reduced. So as I said previously, Winston Zedmore, much like the original Ghostbusters and in the latest one, as like he didn't really have much. He kind of just popped in, like, and didn't have much of a role, air quotes, and stuff. But the media circuit was trying to drum that up as being racism, and of course, Ernie Hudson, being the Giga Tyrone, he just fucking gave it all pimp slap and just said fuck off, and and he just played it cool instead of rising to the bait for baiting. So That's all I have to say about that, since I mentioned previously in the other article. Forspoken consultant Black Girl Gamers threatens legal action against that park place and claims they are committed to diversity and inclusion, including our non-discriminatory hiring practices. So, uh, again, we are this is Gamergate too. So, uh, uh, Black Girl Gamers is suing this here news site I use, that park place and stuff, because it's what they know. It's all they know is when they get their shit kicked in, they just go wah 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 to big daddy government and the legal system for being a bunch of pieces of shit and stuff. And that's pretty much all it comes down to. This article mostly just reviews everything, and the park place saying like we're not doing targeted harassment. We're just literally reporting the news, and that's all they've been doing is just reporting all this insanity that's going on. But black art gamers have to laser focus on something, and in their mind make an example of, and looks like it's going to be that park place. So how this lawsuit is going to go, who fucking knows? But I can't imagine it going anywhere because it's literally a media. They're trying to sue. They're trying to sue like a reporting agency for reporting. So uh, interesting strategy, Colton. We'll see. Let's see how it plays out, kind of thing. Doo-doo-doo. Yep. So I imagine we're going to be following this, much like the telenova that is Fannie Willis. I'm sure we're going to be following this for a while now. In the ongoing saga of Dragon Ball Z, I mean Gamergate 2. Oh, this one. I think let's see. I think I might also have this pulled up. Let's see. Florida, being social media. I know Zero had covered this too, so I'm just going to have them back to back. Do, 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 do. Yep, there we go. Okay, so these two are this is effectively the same article. So Disney's $1 trillion Florida mistake. Disney World abruptly settles with Sunshine State. So for those of you who don't know, Disney a while ago elected to throw their hat into the culture war and said death to Florida in terms of the what the Democrats called a "Don't Say Gay" bill, but which effectively was get all the stupid sex pest stuff out of Florida schools. And Disney threw their hat into the ring on that there. And then Florida said, okay, this little nice little thing you had going here where you pretty much owned all your land and was able to self-manage and stuff. Yeah, we allowed you to do that. And we in the initial clause in the original clause we could take it away for no apparent reason, and that's what Florida did. And then Disney was like, no, we want our special privileges, we want to have our cake and eat it too. And then Florida wasn't having any of it and stuff, but apparently it looks like they settled. Now the details of the settlement is a little wishy-washy right now. Okay, so after fighting with tremendous public conviction and angry pros, Disney now utterly surrendered. Paul Huck, CFTOD, lays the agreements as follows. So these are all the details of the settlement of the spat between the state of Florida and Disney Incorporated. The development agreement and restrictive covenants previously under lawsuit are to be considered null and void. That means they stop. Disney will not challenge the district's view of certain comprehensive plans and land development regulations adopted in January of the previous year are invalid, recognizing in 2020 comprehensive plan as the current operative plan. The district commits to reviewing, potentially amending the 2020 comprehensive plan with consultations of all Disney and other relevant parties. Both parties agreed to dismiss with prejudice the claims and counterclaims of the ongoing state court lawsuit. Disney would also dismiss with prejudice a separate state court legislation regarding public records and withdraw its pending public records request. The labor services agreement between District and Reedy Creek Energy Services would be amended so that the term would expire in 2028 rather than 2032, and its automatic renewal provisions removed. Disney asserts ownership of certain long-term mitigation credits, with the district agreeing not to interfere with their use. These credits stem from permits issued by multiple agencies, with Disney having funded their creation. Concerning a federal court case Disney filed, which is currently on appeal, both parties will seek to defer briefing on the appeal while negotiating a new development agreement. Both entities agreed not to contest each other's actions prior to a specific date, with certain exceptions related to the content of the settlement agreement and potential defenses in the federal lawsuit. Finally, the agreement includes mutual release by both parties. So, and long and short of it, it looks like Disney gave up. Is what most people are reading into this, is that Disney just gave up. And Disney taking back-to-back L's is just beautiful. It's just a thing of beauty. I was going to take a quick look, see if there's anything else in the Zero Hedge equivalent of this news article. Let's give it a look. So the Park Place one went over terms and conditions of ending the litigation, and the Zero Hedge one looks like it's just giving the overall history of the back and forth, which is what I just covered at the beginning of that. So, okay, cool. Microsoft recommends game developers question if female characters wear proper clothing and if games are reinforcing a negative gender stereotypes. So, Microsoft, being the giant cucks that they are, and the subsidy of Xbox Game Studios, recommending that game developers question if female characters wear appropriate clothes and if the games are reinforcing negative gender stereotypes. So, the original thing of shit be fucked yo seems to be continuing on, and I have no faith I have no faith in Microsoft turning around Activision Blizzard after the acquisition and stuff. If we're seeing shit like this here, of are we being woke enough? So like the parent company being like, are we woke enough? And doing shit like this here, it's yeah, just stick a fork in it. It's fucking done. Oh god, and I can't believe this is actual title. Microsoft head of gaming for everyone and sustainability. It's like what you need those DEI bucks. It's like what the fuck is sustainable about fucking making video games? You're not harvesting trees or fish. It's like what the fuck is sustainable? Spoiler alert: there's nothing sustainable about this. It's called go woke, go broke, and they're just fucking doubling, quadrupling, and quintupling, and just septupling and they're just like going all the way down. We are running out of down for them to double and quadruple on because they're just going all the way. Fuck. Uh, I don't get it. I just don't get it anymore. I really don't. Okay, so this one is more of a rumor one. Rumor: Compulsion Games race swap their main character after hiring Sweet Baby Incorporated. New rumor claims that Compulsion Games, subsidy of Xbox Game Studios, aka the studio we just talked about in the Going Woke again, reportedly race swapped their main character from the upcoming game South of Midnight after Sweet Baby Incorporated was brought on board to consult. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if this was the case because, as we've covered before, Sweet Baby Incorporated is not, their main thing is not bringing in creative writing. Their main thing is being able to check off on the checklist of the woke checklist and stuff. It's like, oh, white male character, make it a black female character. Shit like that. That's what they're brought in for, is for the woke points. Literally the ESG score or bridge or whatever the fuck they're calling it these days. So Mark Kern opined on this and looks like okay, yeah. So Kern shared one of the biggest changes of the game was the alteration in the character creation system. In Contraband removed gender differences and allow random swapping of distinct male, female body parts, facial hair, and more. But didn't stop there. After SBI was brought on board, Compulsion Games South Midnight, the main character race swap from white to black. These changes the games of Boost Studios and culture changes Contraband both happen after Microsoft and SBI involvement. The implication was the publishing money was pulling strings, mandating studio changes and hiring DEI staff and consultants, and altering the games. These changes do not seem to be organic, but as a result of forced policies that come from the very top. Powered by publishing, influence, and funding, he wrote, Microsoft and Xbox production inclusion guidelines are more mandatory than claimed. And we did a quick look over that there in the previous one of their mandates. So, again, everything is incestuous. Everything is related to each other. They can say it's all organic and individual agency, but it's really not. It's all orders on high from the usual suspects. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, the Norwegian illusion: electric vehicles are not more energy efficient. This is largely an essay breakdown on why EVs aren't efficient, and I've covered this over months at this point. Oh god, how long have I been going on this topic? So, but the long story in short is that as with everything else with the climate death cult, we're being sold a lie. And the lie is that EVs are carbon neutral and all that jazz and stuff. But it's not. If you factor in all the CO2 and energy and nonsense that goes into getting the raw materials to make the electric cars read the batteries and stuff. It, in the long term, it's not like just like pound for pound and stuff. It's as bad or worse than a internal combustion engine. And the electricity that you would put into an electric vehicle, most of them are uh, fossil fuel, read coal, fueled electricity. Like not everything can be solar, not everything can be wind, not everything can be hydro. So it's kind of like a twofer. Like the carbon that goes into making it and the carbon to actually charge these vehicles, it's all smoke and mirrors and stuff. And people are wising up to the lie through reports and studies and long ass essays like this. But of course, we've seen the collapse of, well, the bubble burst for the EV market, and as we've covered, in that no one wants them anymore because you know people through using them over the years have realized, oh, it's a shit product and no one wants it. And shit like Hertz flooding the market with their fleet and trying to liquidate and recoup costs is not helping things. So it's just like one thing after another with the EV market. Oh god. Okay, so this is a file this under shit that doesn't surprise me anymore. Harvard prepares to screen domestic terrorism movie about blowing up American pipelines, and it's exactly what it says. Is that uh, they're screening a documentary of how to blow up a pipeline, and it's a case study in how you would blow up the American energy system. And it's really telling. It's like, okay, uh being an eco terrorist, specifically an eco terrorist in the United States, why the fucking like Department of Homeland Security or like the CIA or the NSA or like any of the other like glow niggers aren't cracking down on this shit? I have no idea, but I guess it's approved because it helps their bottom line of having terrorists to justify their budgets, I guess. So that's probably why they're not cracking down on it. I'm just thinking out loud. Dangerous thought crimes. I'm already going to jail for saying the word nigger a million times at this point. I like the line. Harvard is fighting desperately to cling to first in the anti-American competition. It's like Harvard should lose all federal funding. I agree. It isn't terrorism when it's supported by Democrats because it got that D. It's got that D right beside it. That big blue D. More like D's nuts. Church of England Archdeacon openly calls for anti-whiteness. Oh look, it's another like right the self-hating white woman saying this shit. What a shock. Church of England Archdeacon has been labeled racist after openly calling for anti-whiteness. What a shock. The then Miranda Thurfell Holmes, Archdeacon of Liverpool, wrote next. I went to a conference on whiteness last autumn. It was very good, very interesting, and made me realize whiteness is to race as patriarchy is to gender. Oh, honey, 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 honey. Hyphen name who is white added, so yes, let's have anti whiteness, let's match the patriarchy. That's not anti white or anti men, it's anti oppression. No, 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 that's you doing mental gymnastics. It's like much as other people in your congregation probably do mental gymnastics to justify your invisible sky daddy. And then that would be bigotry itself. I'm sure she would opine. Anti-whiteness is an anti-white. What exactly is it then? It is the approved. It is approved bigotry. You bigot. When asked to explain by a telegraph, hyphen name claimed that that X is perhaps not the best place for a nuanced argument, adding, if I was contributing to a debate on world views in which whiteness does not refer to skin color per se, but a way to viewing the world where being white seen as normal and everything else is considered different or lesser. The backlash was swift. Let us get into the opinions of the twatters. Some of these are actually pretty funny. You had one training session and now you want to exterminate white people. Say, Kyle! I suspect the problem is what you think you mean by anti-whiteness and what everyone else thinks you mean are different, but in this case, everyone else is right, and you sound like an appalling racist fruitcake. Indeed. Let's have anti-whiteness. That's not anti-white. Can you hear yourself spouting this absolute cockshite? You are completely brainwashed. Well, she is in the Church of England, so she had a debuff going into this. If you're affected by Miranda's racist comments, I strongly advise you complain. uh, God bless publicly available information that is not totally doxing, because it's not, because it's publicly available. Whiteness is an anti-white concept that treats white people's existence like a sickness, so yes, legitimizing the poisonous term absolutely makes you anti-white, especially anti-white male. Ah. As a white person, I am safe to attend church in this diocese. It lives diocese after the archdeacon has declared she holds racial prejudice against white people. That's a very good question. Next question. Did you mean this to sound like you are attention-seeking unchristian racist? Yes. Anti-whiteness is not anti-white. I'm sure in your little bubble of wokeness, this means something complex and postmodern and is acceptable amongst all people on the right side of history and all very clever. But to your parishioners, it sounds like racist, like you don't like them. But this is, yeah, so this is going into other previous cases of the Church of England being a bunch of woke nonsense. Before, you know, they've the Church of England has been cucked for a long ass time. You know, going against the traditional Christian values and particularly Protestant values. So, yeah, it's all a bunch. It's all a bunch of hoo-ha and garbage. So I say let them choke themselves out of relevancy, because like church attendance is all time low, and they're not helping their case by shooting themselves in the foot. And again, they're English, so opinion immediately discarded. This one. Gen Z males are rejecting feminist-friendly ideologies. In The Rebel Woman, The Rise of Four-Way Feminism, the author, Kira Cochran, suggested that this particular wave of feminism isn't about making everyone around the table feel comfortable, aka, it got worse. It's about being disruptive, challenging, and changing in terms of the debate, Ms. Cochran said. What is the debate she's referring to? One that largely revolves around men, more specifically, how toxic they have become. Not surprisingly, many men and women haven't taken too kindly to this particular narrative. Young men are especially repulsed, so they should be. And I've covered this before in that the feminists are allowed to exist because men allow it. Without men, the whole thing falls apart, which is why, and as this article points out, men tapping out and be like, no, I'm not going to stand for this shit and stuff, means that this mental illness is on the borrowed time. Because if a whole generation of men grow up being told that they are, literally white devils and stuff, they're going to be like, okay, I know which side my bread is buttered. It's like, peace. And they're not going to put up with it, nor give it any of their attention, or allow it to continue to ferment. So, much like the Church of England shooting itself in the foot by going all woke, the feminist movement is shooting itself in the foot by alienating literally half the human population, and more particularly the half that allows them to continue to exist. So this is going to be fun to follow as it unravels, as it were. I've been saying this for a long while now. The tide is turning, but it's going to be slow, but it's going to be hard. And this one, This one, oh, Florida, Florida, Florida. Florida bans social media for minors under 14. Florida has just passed a new law prohibiting children under the age of 14 from having social media accounts regardless of parental consent. Now, this is what I like to call government overreach. Should minors under 14 be on social media? No. Should the government be involved in this? No. Should the government be involved in anything? No. So, so going over other states, they're looking into do this, but at the end of the day, all this here is just another thing to kill the internet under the guise of protecting the children, which we've seen a million times at this point. And it's not even law. It's not even the law of unintended consequences. They know exactly what they're doing, in that they're cracking down on the internet. Just one thing at a time, or idiots will call this the slippery slope, but people who actually know what they're on about will call this death by a thousand cuts, and that is just another ongoing thing of the death of the internet. So enjoy it while you can. Good days are coming to an end. And because it's the 2024 election year, Uh, our regularly scheduled article of election interference. Chicago Board of Elections mistakenly, big ass air quotes on that one, left out over nine. Oh, do I have it on my soundboard? No, I don't. Ah. Okay, I'm going to add to the list. Add Canada National Anthem to soundboard. Add over 9,000 meme to soundboard. Still haven't added national anthem, but I'll get around to it. Chicago Board elections officials said Sunday they had mistakenly left out over 9,000 mail-in ballots from one of the races in last week's Illinois state primary election, sparking renewed scrutiny around voting by mail in the run-up to the November presidential election. In adding up the total number of vote-by-mail ballots the board have received back so far, I mistakenly left out an additional ballots that came in by mail in the evening of March 18th, a prior day to election date, according to a March 23rd statement by Max Bever, Public of Information and Chicago Board of Elections. The race in which the apparent tabulation error took place is between two Democrat candidates for state attorney in Chicago Cook County, Eileen O'Neill Burke and Clayton Harris III. Who the why do you name your kids after yourselves in this day and age? I'll never understand. So it looks like they're trying to justify the oopsie and stuff, but I agree in that it sounds fishy. Mail-in Dropbox elections are a joke. I agree. After research was carried out additional analysis of raw data, they concluded that there was a higher percentage of fraudulent mail-in ballots. No duh. We all kind of know this, and it's going to be fucking interesting come November. I have a feeling this is just a preview. This is a preview to November. It's going to get retarded. Okay. In the land that is the United Kingdom, police Scotland to stop investigating crimes while enforcing anti-free speech law. As it prepares to investigate every report it receives under the new Hate Crime Act, Police Scotland admits that's a separate plan to stop investigating crimes like theft and criminal damages will help criminals. So, long story short, the Cox, that is the police over in the UK, are going to prioritize hate speech as opposed to actual real crimes. But they've been doing this for a while, so I'm kind of wondering if anyone's actually going to notice a difference, because that's the way they've been operating for years at this point. So, so I'm going to file this under, is it really news? if they've been already doing it up until now. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I remember when they brought Count Dankula, threw him in the slammer for his dog doing the Nazi salute. It's like I, I'm glad for the existence of the UK because it makes Canada look a little better by comparison. But Canada is also as retarded, and so but it does make me feel a little bit better because they go balls out. They like go full balls out when it comes to being retarded. It just makes me feel that a little bit better. Okay, add another one to the pile. Moderna vaccine recipients have greater risk of developing a chronic condition. The chronic condition in this case is chronic hives. So, in addition to fucking what are we up to? Heart failure, reproduction issues, tinnitus, sudden death, throw in hives. So, and just going over the study and the results. But again, this is just an ongoing thing of like, oh, let's just do massive scale gene therapy on the entirety of the human population and cross our fingers and nothing comes up. Oh, what a shock. A bunch of stuff comes up. Now we're up to hives. I wouldn't be surprised if the COVID gene therapy stuff wouldn't revive like the fucking Black Death or something at this point. I know Black Death is bacteria, but you know what? It's Scott World. Anything is possible. Oh, this. Okay, I had a chuckle when I read this. Inmates run NBC's asylum. Former Republican National Convention chief McDaniel fired after talent mutiny. So, I've been reading about this for a while now. So, most news organizations now are trying to have, leading up into the election cycle, they're trying to have the veneer. They're trying to have the veneer of uh, like neutrality and bipartisanship and stuff. So they're hiring a bunch of Republicans for just to save face. But in this particular instance, they hired someone, and the news got out within NBC that they hired like a filthy fucking Republican, and all the danger hairs working for NBC, including fucking Rachel Maddow, threw a fucking shit fit over this, and apparently the Republican they hired got the boot because everyone threw a shit fit, and it's just so fucking Here's the thing. Here's the thing that kind of this here is honestly the thing that breaks me for a lot of this here shit. It's so fucking juvenile. Like, I know it's all high school drama bullshit until the day we die. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. High school never ends. The high school cliquey drama bullshit never ends. It never does. But back in the day, people could like hide it a lot better. Nowadays, it's just like full mask off. It's like throw a temper tantrum, you get what you want. It's fucking just wild, man. It's just fucking wild. I already covered the Disney settlement thing. Hey guys, it's the early 2000s again. Do you remember the knockout game? Return to the knockout game. Woman punched by strangers in New York City. There seems to be a trend with these ones. New York Post is speculating that the infamous knockout game could have made a return after numerous women reported being punched in the head by strangers. And who are most of these strangers punching these white women? Most of them seem to be people of a certain ethnic persuasion. I can't put my finger on it, but it's finger licking good if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Oh god. Just like the victims in their initial TikTok videos failed to say what the culprits look like, the New York Post article contains no description of actual perpetrators, describing them only as strangers. And but we all know who's doing it. It's like, oh fuck. Like I told the story before. I remember when I was in university. When I was in university in Halifax, I remember one time I was walking down Spring Garden, and a bunch of kids, like literal high school kids, like not even high school kids, like fucking junior high, like junior high kids, was swarming me. Like it wasn't just the punch out game. It was the swarm version of the punch out game, and I don't know what their angle was because like even back then I really didn't give much of a fuck on a lot of things, and being bullied by a bunch of literal children was one of them. And I remember picking up the smallest kid within reach, and I just fucking King Konged him into his buddies, and they all fucked off after that. There, I have King Kong on mine because I just finished watching that movie. I just fucking bodied them. It was like, woof. It's like yeet the child. Actually, in hindsight, yeah, it was literally yeet the child. Yeet, poof. Good times. Oh, I got a chuckle on this one. Okay, so recently the Americans passed a bill, the financial bill to stave off the government shutdown stuff. And as with all bills that get passed in America these days, it's loaded with a bunch of irrelevant shit. And it's kind of fun. This one here is really funny. Biden vows to fight and ban on pride flags as U.S. enemies after signing it. Joe Biden was apparently fooled into signing a law ban on flying gay pride flags in American embassies, with his administration vowing to fight the measure despite the signature approving it. So it just says how it was part of the spending bill, and it's just kind of funny. It's like, I'll fight this bill. Actually, sir, you signed it into law. It's like, well, shit. I don't know. I just find it. This is just so fucking funny. It's just so fucking funny. He's like, I'm going to fight these Republicans. Actually, you're fighting yourself, sir, because you signed it. You fucking walking skeleton. Goddamn. It's just so fucking stupid. Oh god. Okay, file this under shock Pikachu face. Shock Pikachu face.png. Queer Princeton alumni president arrested on child porn charges. The president of the Queer Princeton alumni and Princeton and Harvard Glee clubs, who also sits on the board of New York Philharmonic, was charged and arrested over possession of child pornography, according to the Mercer County, New Jersey prosecutor's office. You can't make this shit up. A fucking Ivy League, fucking someone from from the Ivy League, incestuous circle jerk, is out specifically on the alphabet soup end of the equation. Ends up being a pedophile. Color me surprised. I am not surprised. Roy Trey Farmer, 53, a 1993 Princeton graduate, was arrested on Friday in a condo he owns in Princeton across from the university's main entrance. He faces one count of possession of child sexual abuse material, a third-degree felony. It should be a wood trapper felony, but I digress. January 2024, detectives with the prosecutor's Internet Crimes Against Children unit received information from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children that an individual in Mercer County had uploaded an item that portrayed child sexual abuse material. The Daily Voice reports that following the investigation, Roy D. Farmer was identified as the subject. And looks like he got caught and charged. So another one going to get the cultural enrichment once he hits the general population. Many such cases. So sad, much tragic. Little violin. Never trust an egghead. Yeah, this is true. Why the fuck it? Okay, I know. Okay, Porn. I know you're not doing this on purpose. I know this is either my chat thing or like Odyssey being fucky wucky. I don't know why the fuck everything is getting repeated when you type it in. I don't know. Maybe if I close and reopen. Let's see. Close live chat. Refresh page. Pop out chat again. Yeah, because I'm looking at the vanilla chat. Vanilla chat seems to be working just fine. So now it's spitting out old messages. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Yeah, just refreshing and popping out the chat just respat out all your previous messages. I can't win. Okay, let's see what's next. My favorite geology subject of the day. Who's leading the race to mine a deep sea? So I've been covering this for a while now. That there's a race. The gold rush is on to mine the deep sea in terms of the nodules, and I covered this for a while now. But of course, the leading one in terms of this here is not surprising to anyone. Is fucking China. China doesn't give a flying fuck about the environment. That goes for in their own backyard, and that definitely goes double for the bottom of the ocean. They don't give a damn about all this environment nonsense. So of course, they're going to be raping and pillaging the goddamn earth if left to their own devices, which is what's going to happen. So I'm not terribly surprised of this startling revelation that China is going to do what China does. Like, let's see, based on IS data, China currently has 5 contracts, making it the leading country in terms of contracts for permitted deep sea mining exploration. No surprise. They don't give a fuck. So, let's see. Going over what deep sea nodules are, what elements they're looking for specifically. The issue of deep sea mining is complex and divisive one. No, it's really not. It's like you guys can twiddle your thumbs and stick it up your ass with all these environmental treaties all you want, but China and a lot of other nations aren't really going to give a fuck. They're going to do it anyway. So while you're there twiddling your thumbs, they're going to rape and pillage the ocean for all these resources, and continue to have the edge when it comes to raw resources. Because again, China going to do what China going to do, and China don't give a fuck about the environment. So file that under shit we've seen before. Coming back to Disney, this one's interesting. I've talked about this before in that the ESG bridge, whatever, all the greenwashing SJW nonsense in the finance industry and stuff, uh, is not in the best interest of the investors, and thus makes companies liable for lawsuits. Because again, as required by law in most places, if you're a publicly traded company, you have to function in the best interest of the shareholders, which it translates to you have to make money. Sticking all the money into a giant pile, throwing kerosene on it, and lighting it with a match with all this ESG nonsense is not very financially responsible, and you know, uh, you know, uh, opens you up to lawsuits. And in this case, Disney faces accusations of misleading shareholders with left-wing agenda. While Disney company is facing backlash after critics say has misled shareholders by prioritizing a woke political and social agenda over profits, thus violating its fiduciary, I can say that word, I've heard it before, fiduciary duty. Let's see. Disney has displayed an inexplicable disregard for its customers and shareholders, forcing radical, gender expansive, anti white, and anti police content on families while providing warnings about harmful content on uncontroversial content, said the AFL in the press release, which went to cite several examples of left wing rhetoric and messages in Disney's various entertainment products. From TV shows to movies, we've seen every example under the sun when it comes to Disney being a bunch of woke pieces of shit. So it's just like this is kind of old news to us, but it's overall maybe old news to us. But the fact is, Disney, as I said in the previous Disney article, they're taking L's left, right, and center, both in finances and when it comes to the law. So, when the inevitable shareholder lawsuit comes up for Disney, I am going to be like meat and hand gaming on that there because fuck Disney. I wanted to die a swift death, and there's no swifter death than pissing off the shareholders. Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great. Okay. Since I was watching the latest Godzilla and Kong movie, I do have some outstanding news articles in my RSS feed. Oh, let's see what my RSS feed has. Elon Musk reacts to Xbox global product marketing manager's objectionable comments. It should not be acceptable for any company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys. Again, Elon Musk is just pulling a Trump on this here and just pissing off the right people, so I don't really give a crap. Let's see. Elon Musk reacted to Xbox global product. Yeah, we covered this here. The uh, the Microsoft push for all the ESG nonsense and stuff. And of course, got brought to Elon's attention, and by getting Elon's attention, that further jumps over to the wider audience that follows him. So I want to say it's kind of like the Joe Rogan effect, in that once he becomes aware of it, everyone becomes aware of it, and this is a good thing. So I'm not gonna knock it, because the more normies become repeatedly aware, because you can't just do this once, it has to be repeated. Everything sexist, everything racist, and you got to point out all the time. Well, that cuts both ways, unfortunately. Oh, fuck off, Chong. No one cares. So, yeah, Elon being Elon, I'm okay with that. Get the archive and that on the go. Marvel Animation, Brad, whatever. Named X-Men 97 showrunner boot. Oh, this one looks spicy. Marvel Anime. Yeah, I got the archive on the go for that one. Marvel Animation's Brad Winderbaum rejects claim that X-Men 97 showrunner Bo DiMaggio was fired. Okay, we covered this before, that the guy running X-Men 97 is a woke piece of shit. Look at the morph, they them stuff. But uh, no offense about, he was fired, and we suspect he was fired because all the woke shit. Uh, for all the woke shit and stuff, but it looks like his buddies are running interference on that. Marvel Animation's Brad Winterbaum rejects the claim that X-Men 97 showrunner Bo DiMaggio was fired from the show, but claims it was mutual parting of ways. I'm not too sure on that one. Hello, Hanja. Earlier this month, on March 12th, Hollywood reporters Bori, Kit, and Aaron Couch. What a fucking name. Who the fuck has name Couch? Reported that DeMeo is fired and he will no longer be promoting the show or moving forward with future seasons. I'll be fucking surprised if there's future seasons. The report details DeMeo's company email was shut down early last week, and the cast and crew for the series were notified he would no longer be working on the project. DeMeo also shut down his Instagram account. The firing comes after DeMeo reportedly completed writing the second season and was preparing a third season. Well, at least it looks like they're going to have up to 2 seasons. Interview with Entertainment Weekly, when the bomb rejected the claim that DeMeo was fired. First, he praised DeMeo. I can't talk about details, but I can say that Bo had a real respect and passion for his characters. Fuck off, he didn't. And wrote that I think they're excellent scripts, and they really, rest of the team were able to draw inspiration from to build this amazing show that's on screen. Next, he specifically rejected the claim DeMeo was fired. When asked if he would describe DeMeo's departure or firing, Winterbaum responded, "I don't. We parted ways," is the best I could say. Winterbaum had previously praised DeMeo in an interview with Variety as well. He told the outlet he did an excellent work writing season 1 and 2. Can't wait for fans to see the series. I'm not going to bother watching it because I got better things to do with my time. I mean, shit. I can tolerate the diversity nonsense that Amazon has done to Invincible. I can tolerate that shit because it's still an entertaining show. But give a woke guy the X-Men. Ugh, no, thank you. And on and on and on. And I still can't get over fucking Storm's goddamn Super Saiyan Vegeta haircut. I'm sorry, I will never let that go. Storm having the Vegeta haircut. I just can't. I can't. I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. Let's see what else we have. Embracer Group sells Borderlands developer Gearbox. Ooh. Ooh. This one's nice. Okay, put the archive over there. Embracer Group sells Borderlands developer Gearbox Entertainment to Take-Two Interactive, but keeps Sweet Baby Incorporated influenced Hyper Light Breaker. Huh. Less than a year after Embracer Group shut down Saint Row developer Volition, the company sold off Borderlands developer Gearbox Entertainment to Take-Two Interactive. Ah, funny that. The nonsense that became fucking Borderlands is couldn't happen to a bunch of nicer people. I'm highly amused by this. Enter agreement to divest Gearbox Entertainment for consideration of USD 460 million to Take-Two Interactive Software. While the company has divested Gearbox Entertainment, it did retain a number of assets, including Gearbox Publishing San Francisco, to be renamed, with publishing rights to Remnant franchise and the upcoming Hyper Light Breaker and other notable unannounced game releases. Of note, Hyper Light Breaker is on the Sweet Baby Incorporated Detected Steam Curator list created by Brazilian gamer Cabruz Rambo. The list currently has over 340,000 followers. Huh. So, looks like if you sell a bunch of shit and don't make money, you go out of business. Huh. If there was only an expression, a very nice rhymable expression, something about going woke and something about going broke. I don't know. It's beyond me at the moment. I find this funny. Oh, God. Oh, it's Christmas. Okay. I have to hit my soundboard for this one. I'm obligated. Play, you son of a bitch. God damn it. Okay, relaunch my soundboard. You piece of shit. We're doing this right. God damn it. Japanese Communist Party seeking to file formal United Nations complaint regarding manga featuring sexy female characters. And sadly, providing that the ongoing war against creative freedom is not limited to entertainment in the West, it appears the Japanese Communist Party is preparing to file a formal complaint with the United Nations regarding the continued depiction of sexy women in Japanese magazines and manga. Oh, the fucking horror. The party's latest political play was first revealed on March 18th, courtesy of Misato Nakayama, a user in the Japanese open blog website Together. I scanned the QR code in the Shimbun Akahara, local newspaper publication of the Japanese Communist Party. Hail, comrade! And look, it's a survey being conducted by a Japanese feminist organization because, of course, the New Japan Women's Association, wrote Nakayama as machine translated by Deep L. It seemed that they were conducting this survey about magazines. The question was, were there any magazines in the store that you were interested in, such as adult-oriented magazines? However, far from actual pornographic adult magazines, many of the titles listed for selection in the survey were magazines for both younger, shonen, and older, and male demographics. The latter of which tends to include photo shoots of real-world female models, including Hikita Shoten's Weekly Shonen Champion, Shueisha Weekly Young Jump, and Yaku Senka's Young Animal. This last entry, perhaps best known as the home magazine of the late Kentaro Miura's Berserk. R.I.P. Giga Chad. Peace be upon him. Reason for a survey to help the Japanese Communist Party file a formal complaint with the United Nations regarding the continued allowance of sexy female depictions in media. I'm just going all the way for this. This is fucking hilarious. In the 3-day preliminary survey of 517 stores conducted at the end of December, we found that the adult magazines and the convenience stores, which we thought had disappeared through our campaigns and surveys, were making a comeback in various locations. I wonder why. Explained the Japanese Communist Party in the survey's preamble. This time we will conduct a full-scale nationwide survey for the glorious communist regime. They detailed, we will investigate whether there are adult magazines that treat women as sexual objects in the convenience stores that are used by everyone regardless of gender or age, and submit a request to the convenience store headquarters with the results. We will also include a report on the United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women. Oh, who's in charge of that now? Saudi Arabia still? Probably it's not the first time Japanese Communist Party is taking aim at attractive female characters in entertainment. Color me fucking surprised. In November 2022, Shimbun Akihara published an essay in which its author, a party member, took the extreme issue with the strong male perspective in Square Enix's Dragon Quest series. Oh, fuck off. Particularly in regards to how portrays female characters. Jade, use a sexy beam. Yes, please. For example, the chosen hero who was born to save the world is a male, wrote the party member. There's even a childhood friend who continues. The song ended. Okay, whatever. There's even a childhood friend who continues waiting and saves herself for the hero. Even for roles and abilities, male characters are generally assigned to attack, while female characters are assigned to heal and support. He continued, the way they speak, Yun Daze, and Dawa endings also stereotype by gender. Oh, heaven for a fucking bed. The excessive sexiness of the characters are also concerning, such as the character model for the female martial artist. The focus is on her breasts and hips, and the use of bunny girl outfits as armor for female characters. They further complained. The fact that many towns have sexually oriented areas is also problematic. Oh, heaven for a fucking bed. What the fuck? Oh my god. In the year of our Lord 2024, the Japanese Communist Party has it out for sexy women in comics and video games. Oh, what a time to be alive. What a time to be fucking alive. My god. What the fuck? What the absolute shit? Oh no. Oh no. I'm not going to add this to the archive. I'm just going to show you what I'm knowing. Big West announces Macross franchise to land exclusively on Disney Plus and Hulu. Oh, F in the chat for the Macross franchise. Macross franchise hasn't had the greatest track record for Western releases. And looks like that track record is going to fucking continue. Jesus fuck. Feels bad, man. Let's see, nothing for mining.com. Oil price, do you have anything? Is this just another variant on the ocean thing we just read? Yep, this is literally copy and paste from the Zero Hedge we just read earlier. Well, better being in the hands of Harmony Gold, I guess. I wasn't going to go there, man. That feels bad. I wasn't going to go there, but oh, man. I'm thankful. I to this day, I swear that I thank fucking God I never got into Robotech. Like, I got into Macross after the fact and stuff, but like, I never got into Robotech, so I never had to deal with Harmony Gold. But I do feel bad by proxy. Oh, God. No, fuck off. I don't care about the PDAC. You're a bunch of woke shits. Which reminds me, I really need to file my hours for continued professional hours with my organization. Fuck. I got a couple days before the window closes. April is Oral Health Month. I don't give a shit. Apparently, Trump has more net worth than George Soros. Good times. DeSantis signs property rights bill in Florida to end squatting scam. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, fuck off. Add this to the archive file. Russia announces substantial evidence of Ukraine linked to Crocus Hall terrorist. Oh, fuck off. Russian authorities say they have found a firm link between suspects in last week's terror attack on the Crocus City Hall complex and Ukrainian nationalists, according to Thursday announcement. I mean, for fuck's sake, does ISIS have to come in like with a notarized and signed in blood before like they'll admit it was a terrorist attack by ISIS and not has nothing to do with the war in Ukraine? What will it take? Like, what will it take? Like fucking Bin Laden rising from his watery grave, zombie Bin Laden, dragging Putin by the fucking nose and saying like, "Look, motherfucker, we did it." Like, what will it take? What will it take? The Russian investigative committee has unveiled preliminary findings saying the perpetrators who last Friday killed 140 people and wounded many more have received significant sums of money from Ukraine. Ukraine would just do it themselves at that point. Like they are, like Ukraine's already doing like incursions into Russia on their own. They don't need to like this is the reach that they're going for. It's like, oh, Ukraine contracted out fucking ISIS. Okay, this is what they're going for. Ukraine contracts out ISIS to commit terrorist attack in Russia. Like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I like what? I'm sorry, what? I can't even. Like, what is this? I can't even. Looks like they're also still trying to pen this on the United States knowing ahead of time. Of course they are. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. What? Oh, I don't care about the United Kingdom. The human tragedy in Haiti. There's not enough barbecue sauce to go around. Ayo. Yep, that's all I got up for news. I said at the start of the stream I just got finished watching the Godzilla X Kong 2 Electric Boogaloo New Empire. I posted a link. To the torrent. It's fine. I don't know. Like it looks like the original. It looks like the original thing was from the slots lights. Online gambling con people and stuff. But I don't know why it looks like the uploader like censored all instances of like like the watermark for slot lights. It was kind of weird, and it only how slot lights will fucking pop up like their advertisement like across half the screen and stuff. So like there's only like two scenes where it's like cropped out for like 20 odd seconds and stuff. So it wasn't that bad. And as far as my opinions on the actual movie go, it was okay. I liked it better. I liked it better than the last Godzilla versus Kong movie. It was good. I liked it. Shrug. It was okay. Not really much more to say. I know there's a couple of people who want to go watch it, so I'm not gonna really ruin it. It was good. Although I did post the Kratos and Sun meme because the Kong and Little Kong storyline was pretty much like Kratos and boy, come here, boy. It's like fight her, boy. That was all right. Just updating the archive links on the Discord for news links. I don't know if I really got anything else. There's something on the tip of my brain that's kind of eluding me right now. It's gonna bug me. I'm gonna the instant I stop stream is gonna come roaring back to me, and I'll be like, that's it. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember what my train of thought was. So, I don't know how many people are following the VTuber thread on the Kiwi farms, but it looks like since Reticule got temp banned from the Pippa thread, he's set up shop in the Reticle set up shop in the original VTuber thread, and I find it fucking hilarious that a few of us are like, it's like, don't pay attention to this guy. This guy's for those of you who don't know, Reticle is fucking insane, and I just don't have the patience for legitimate insanity because he's fucking cracked out of his mind, and I don't find it funny. I don't. It's not a bit. It's not a bit. Like no matter what people say, it's not a bit. It's like Reticule is really fucking insane, and he's not even funny insane. I don't care what anyone says. It's not funny. It's just like it's infuriating, and I just don't have the energy for it. I bet Josh is gonna love the Meatkin. Well, I posted the GIF. Like I posted the meat course. I couldn't find the Pippa one. I For whatever reason I couldn't find the Pippa one just offhand, but I did have the animated GIF of the meat course. So I posted that as a reply of like, this is all you need to know, kind of thing. Uh, I feel bad for I feel bad for Hanja because for those who don't know, Hanja is one of the new followers on this insane madness we call life, and uh, just to give Hanja a bit of context, we come from the most of us come from the Kiwi farms, and we have a splinter site called the Virtual Asylum, and we follow like VTuber crap, and one of our resident psychopaths is called Reticule. He's like retunk something, retink or something along those lines on Kiwi farms, but he's just a fucking knob. I can't stand him. I don't know why people encourage his fucking retardation. And I'm just kind of pissed that he's his very presence in the original VTuber thread on the Kiwi farms is being shut up just by his mere presence, and that's kind of just driving me nuts. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I hate it. I hate it so much. Actually, I'm gonna pop back up the capture window. I'm just gonna see what recent shit is going on in the thread. Ooh, gold thread got updated. No, it doesn't have anything to do with you. I'm just very poorly trying to give context to a very niche thing that it effectively becomes an in joke, and I don't want to exclude people from the in joke. That is the fucking insanity that is fucking ridicule. I'll drop mentions and references to like VTuber culture and crap because that's where most of us met and hang out and shit. For example, as I got caught up on the original VTuber thread on the Kiwi farms. Oh, Tor, you were the wise one and not to get involved on this. TVA sounds more and more like a VTuber equivalent of the Onion Farms. I agree. Uh, my bud Tor, My bud Tor Lugosi on the original thread. He's a bro. He's a good old bro. I want to find my post on, yeah, even Thrang, like five bad and Thrang and like Green Kit Bash, like all the usuals are just kind of coming out and it's like, look, don't give Reticule any attention because like Reticule is literally insane, and much like Chris Chan and Nolan Crush, he's just an attention whore. Just don't give him attention. After the 500 meat post, we got a little weird. Yeah, yeah. There's literally thousands. Uh, where's my meat? Where's my meat post? I think it's at the bottom. No, wait, it's previous page. Where is it? This was kind of where it started. Like Reticule started setting up shop. I said, Reticule ate a ban from the Pippa thread and the TVA for being retarded. Just ignore him. And then people are piping up. It's like, whether or not he's retarded aside, it sounds like garbage on her. To me, be honest, no, it's not. It's really not. Should see the autism post. It's very funny. It's like, damn it, Green Kit Bash, don't encourage this shit. Please don't. Oh fuck. Where's my post? I don't know what it is with Reticule. It's like Reticule thinks that me putting him on ignore, uh, like legitimately, Reticule thinks this, in that I put him on ignore on the virtual asylum, and he thought that was me being fucking Sundere and being like hard to get and shit. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you are goddamn annoying and you drive me fucking insane. Fuck off. I don't want to see your shit. It's like Gondol is like, can't just say that and not elaborate. It's like, and Reticule is like deflecting deep lore timestamp, and this is just a timestamp of one of Proctor's Spurgouts. Proctor, for Hanja's, for context for Hanja. Proctor is the guy who runs the VTuber forum, the Virtual Asylum, where we all hang out and chat and shit. But Proctor is his own can of worms of being a retard. That's it. Hey, yeah. So, like, Gondola, you can't just say that and not elaborate. Me, it's like no sane man can elaborate how batshit insane he is. It's not worth the effort. And I post the meat course, the fucking meat course. Goddamn. Why this is a thing, I don't know. I just don't know. Oh god. I wonder what's going on in Proctor's server right now. As with everything else nowadays, I kind of just skim. Not my best gift, that one. Is there anything? I keep forgetting of all the shit you do. I'll just like whether it's from you or like Pipkin or from whoever and stuff. I'll just save stuff. I'll just save stuff without thinking. uh, oh, what nonsense is going on in the virtual asylum Discord? It looks like not Rie and Proctor are having a little slap fight. That's always amusing. Fern is fucking losing his mind as usual. Many such cases. It's only 2 frames. I needed at least 4. Yeah, I don't like making gifs. I'll do GIMP Photoshop. I'll do GIMP Photoshop like shit posts like until the cows come home and stuff. I hate doing gifs. Like I remember one time I did like the where's mine? Let's see. Image capture, image, comma, chameleon. Let's see. Select, browse, pictures, GIF, No, wait. Media. My pictures. Kirsche. What do I call it? The good, the bad, the course. The good, the bad, the course. Yeah, I don't like doing gifs because gifts are a pain in the ass to do. Like for example, like my good, the bad, and the course. I should have, instead of using the same, like the Clint Eastwood segment of the gift. I should have actually done the course uh, frame on someone else, so it wouldn't be like immediately like starting on Clint Eastwood and then ending on Korsh, which is the same frame because all I did was just overlaid the Korsh on top of Clint Eastwood. GIMP is exaggerate how bad it is for general image manipulation, but for GIFs it's downright painful. I like GIMP when it comes to image editing. I like GIMP, but as far as GIFs go, yes, it is in fact really painful. It is fucking atrociously painful for how it is because like when I did my fucking what's the other one I did? Let's see, image capture full. What was the other one I did? That was a pain in the ass for a GIF. I think it was my pictures Godzilla. Ah yes, yeah. So this one here was a pain. This one here was a pain in the ass because I had to overlay the Godzilla. I had to overlay the Godzilla head on every frame, and then I had to like pretty much what it was like I had to double every frame, insert the Godzilla image, and I had to merge every frame down into the frame below it to merge all the frames together. It was so tedious and such a pain in the ass to just do the Godzilla Exterminatus GIF. It was such a pain in the ass to make. Fuck, such a pain in the ass. Oh, Azahara, what are you doing today? Yeah, well, that's about all the rambling I kind of got in me right now. Hour and a half. Hour and a half is good. Hmm. I don't know if I'm gonna. I feel since it's the Easter weekend, I might do a chatting call in stream. Maybe not. Let's see, what is it? Today's Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. Maybe Saturday. I'll probably do like an afternoon, early evening call in chat stream. Yeah, I got nothing else better to do. So, thanks for coming. Take it easy. Later.